So what we currently have is 2 grams of decarb cannabis just coming out of the oven. Pot of boiling water. I'm about to add that to a jar of coconut milk, which you'll see here momentarily. So I put the cannabis into a jar of coconut milk, which I'm going to seal and put into this pot of boiling water for about 45 minutes, maybe an hour, to go ahead and let the cannabis diffuse into the coconut milk. It's soluble in the fat in that milk. And now what we have is a jar of cannabis, coconut milk mixed together. They're going to hang out. They're potentially going to steep for the next 45 minutes, letting the THC from the cannabis effectively dissolve or infuse into the fats in that coconut milk, which I'm going to go ahead and make a curry with next. Thank you. Now what we have here is a piece of steak. Nothing too major, just the boneless blade. You do not need anything too fancy for this. Chili pepper, ginger, I'll use a few pieces of that garlic, lime, something to add some sour to it, onion, curry paste, and of course our coconut milk, which has been infusing now for about 40 minutes, give or take. I'm going to chop this stuff up, brown off the steak, and we're going to start making this curry. Now all we're doing here is cooking this steak for maybe 20-30 seconds aside in a very, very hot pan. What we're looking for is color. This isn't necessarily to cook the meat the whole way through, but what we do need is to give it some color. Otherwise, as we cook it in the curry, it's going to come out looking gray, boiled, way less appetizing. So let's go ahead and see what type of color we're getting on there now. Quick flip. A little bit of color right there. Perfect. We're going to let this finish up. Fry on the other side for another 20-30 seconds here. And then I'm going to start putting this curry together. That steak's out of the pan. Now we have the onions going, frying those off in the same pan as the steak. I just put a little more butter in there, scrape the bottom, get those burnt bits off. And then start cooking the curry right up in there to start building those flavors too. Now in this pan we have the onions, garlic, ginger, yellow peppers, jalapeno peppers. I'm just going to put a little bit of color on this and start bringing this together. We're going to next up strain the contents of this jar, which is again coconut milk, as well as cannabis that's been decarboxylized, and we're going to strain that into this pan, add curry paste, and we'll have curry here in a minute. Now I'm using what is a very old coffee maker. The coffee maker broke, it doesn't brew coffee anymore, but it filters just fantastic. Look at that coconut oil just filtering out the coconut oil right into the pan where we've been cooking our vegetables. You guys strain however you need to. And of course remember, push against the contents, make sure you get all that good THC out of the cannabis. I've just added the curry paste. I'm going to chop up the steak next and stir that in as well. So the steak's mixed in, everything's got a simmer. I want you to notice the steak is basically raw. All we did was put color on there so it doesn't look gray when it's finished cooking. So I'm going to leave this right here just on a low simmer, let it cook up, probably about 20 minutes, half hour from here. Alright, so we're just finishing the curry. You can see it's steaming there, bubbling, that's what you're looking for. Meat's cooked, this will be delicious. Supper's up from Bliss Bites, enjoy.